Hello, beautiful Leo. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to start by pulling your symbols, then we're going to jump into your coffee cup. If you're new here, this is Divine Light. And if you believe in giving comes back, and if you go on to enjoy this reading, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. Go ahead, hit subscribe. It's a free way to support and be here. Hit the bell so you never miss a video. We have an apple here. Temptation will test you. The same card came in the same spot as Aries, even though these are shuffled. So if you have any Aries in your chart, maybe that can relate. Or if you're cross-watching for someone and Aries, maybe they're also going through stuff, the temptation. We have a knot here, unsuccessful plans. So temptation can cause you to pursue unsuccessful plans. That's why maybe you should control those temptations and wait for the fruit to get ripen. Then start to make different plans. We have a tulip here, great passion. Yeah, that can be the way to go. If you're making your plans and all tying them to logical reasoning, maybe you need to tie your plans to what you're passionate about currently. Passion is kind of like a fire energy, what keeps you going, what actually gives you joy. That can be the starting point. We have an arrow. Arrow is actually suggesting that you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Okay, so this is some aspect. Maybe one aspect you're not really on point, but another one you are really going the right direction. Let's dive into your coffee cup. I see someone standing on two people's shoulders right there, and I feel like this person is gonna, when I open up the cup, they're gonna go upside down. Someone might be plotting on standing on some people's on their back. One of the person can be you. It seems like their plans is not going to go that way, the way they're planning. I feel here that can be also unsuccessful plans. Maybe you are making a plan in a way that you're considering, if I stand on those people's shoulders, I can actually get to where I want. But when the cup opens, you're going to be upside down. You're going to be the hangman. You're going to be hanging off of a tree that you're not going to have a control over a situation. So maybe that's why before that time comes, you can experience the hangman by yourself by pausing, reflecting, changing the way you see things. When you start to change the way you see things, the things you look at will change. So that's why it's important to have a different view. We have a pathway opening for some of you. There's a face right there. Somebody might be calling you. They're wearing an eye patch or maybe covering their eyes. The person might be calling you literally like via phone lines, or they might be calling you in your dreams. If you had a dream about someone, it's time to look up their name, guys. This doesn't have to be someone you know. It can be someone you're dreaming about that is not maybe someone that you have seen for a while now. The path is going to lead you towards them. And I feel like when you get there, there's a fish waiting for you. Fish can be an opportunity of a friendship, partnership, can be romance, can be also, I feel here, material satisfaction. But if you keep like remembering someone, their name is speaking to you, you see their shadows or they're seeing their face in your dreams, maybe it's time to look up this person, okay? That's why their eyes are closed. I feel like you're not really seeing their face through your own eyes. You're seeing them in your mind's eye. When I get back inside of the cup, what I see here is there's a box. And there's someone inside of it. There's an eye inside of the cup, actually limited. This kind of looks like a paw, but it has like more than, the paw pads are more than usual. So I feel like paw is the Leo, the lion has a paw pads and paw. You might got caught in a trap. Okay, that's why the box is. There's an eye watching over you, maybe luring you into something you don't prefer to be a part of. I feel here there is still a way out. You're not really fully caught in there. It can be a drama of another person. Okay, it can be like a physical space that you feel trapped. It can even be kind of like a scam, guys. If that's the situation, you need to be really, you need to open your eyes, really be aware before you invest in anything like that, okay? It seems like there's a way out of there, but the way out can be also, we have many people gathered here. Maybe you expose this thing. That's the way out of there. Another thing I see here is there's a sword. Sword actually can be representative of going into the war. Another thing with the sword energy is this can be symbolizing you are speaking your truth authentically. You are expressing yourself. You're telling these people, look at them, they're just trying to do this. I feel like some of you might have on the brink of signing a contract or signed a contract already, but you realize that this is not really fitting with your energy. Seems like there's a way out of there. Another thing is the letter L. I see that the sword actually attaches to a platform here, kind of forms a letter L. L can be the name of a person or another L, like an option available. You can knock on the door of that, and that can take you out of that space, okay? We see the creature, face of a creature here. You can see kind of looks like a little bit. I saw that today. I forgot the name of it. I feel like these are like small little, with the little hands, they ask for food. Kiwana, or something like that. It's an Australian, I think, Australian animal. Not koala, not the koala, with the big round eyes. And they ask for food basically, and they say, don't feed them. They're already fed. So it can be someone you need to be either aware of, you need to ask for help from, but I feel like this is someone they can be asking your help, so it can be, you should be careful with this person too, okay? I see that you're rising very strongly here, and you have the king's crown right there on top of your head, and you're being that, you're turning into that creature as well, that animal. They're really cute. I don't know if you ever seen them. They're so cute. They can't communicate. They straight look you in the eye and they ask for things. So I feel the sword is also your self-expression, straightforward, being honest and open. And you're rising here with your crown right there. These things, these virtues that you exert is actually going to put the crown on top of your head. This can even put you in a position of power. If this is a work environment or this is a family environment, your honesty, you might be afraid that if I be honest, but then you're observing this other creature here, they're always in demand, they're asking for things and they're getting what they want. It can actually change your mind about how you are requesting things. And when you do that, speak your truth, you're going to get the crown on top of your head. What I see here, letters F, L, I saw F, L, W when it was down. Now I get closer, I see P, V, H. I can be in someone's first name or the last name that is going to maybe grant you the crown. It can also be someone that you're going to take the crown from their hand, okay? I see there's a man here, unrelated to that crown. He is maybe like the hair is balding a little bit here. Kind of looks like a little bit like a parrot right there, like right there. And this person is actually going to take their leave. This can be someone maybe abusing the system because you didn't feel like you can have what you want, and or maybe they didn't allow you to get what you desire. That's why they were abusing the system or their position. It seems like when you wear the crown, they're gonna walk away. What else I see here? There's a person holding a wand in their hand. Another one, they have a wand in their hand. And the fish wand is you. Your energy is, you are the wand, fire. So it seems like you have something you're passionate about, or you have something argument in your hand. Argument doesn't mean discussion. Argument that I actually use the word for, you have something to show, you have something to defend, you have something that is solid information, something that is going to really, like, you're going to be able to look at this, look at that. Look, I'm telling you the truth, kind of like a point to make you have. And the other one is, okay, I like your point and I'm raising it. Here, my point is, and here's a fish for you. Let's do work together and grow our points together. It can be something like that, a partnership forming. And you can see like you are a wave here, they're a wave too. Like you're matching perfectly. So this can be a soulmate relationship forming. Soulmate is different than twin flame. Twin flame mostly represents, I feel like it's not my feeling from my research, what I learned about these things. Okay. Twin flame is a romantic partner. Okay, and they match your vibe, they match your energy. They're like a mirror you look at, they reflect you fully. And if you have a flaw, like a life lesson or a shadow, they help you see that straightforward. It can be hard to accept most of the time that you have the same thing that they're showing you, but when you actually approach the relationship, okay, whatever they reflect, that's exactly what I have that I need to work on. That's my shadow. That's a twin flame. When it comes to soulmate, soulmate can be a pet, can be a friend, can be a lover, can be a sister, brother, sibling, family member. It can be even your milk person, brings the milk every day, or like your cargo person, postman, delivery, the person that you see every day, you talk to, and you get good vibes back. Like sometimes they reflect some things back to you, but they can be helpful as well. That's why I feel like this is a soulmate relationship. The person carrying a wand can also be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, just like you. And it seems like your fire is forming something, like creating something together here. Okay, I see there's also a devil showing up with a wand. So when you, some of you might be afraid of progress, and when you start making progress, it seems like the devil is going to show itself. Devil represents the fires coming with, but it represents actually insecurity, obsessive thoughts, and lack of confidence, and which is going to maybe drag some of you into obsessive thinking, also addictions. So I feel like here, instead of going down, like it's going down here, the energy wise, when you choose a higher way and higher joy, you're going to bypass the devil. There's actually even like a Godzilla. There's like a big dinosaur is ready to take care and eat the devil right there. The dinosaur can be an earth sign, by the way, Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, maybe who's ready to protect your boundaries, protect you, okay? But you need to get their help too. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I saw an eye appearing here. Some of you might have someone's eyes on you. I don't feel like it's an evil eye. This is something coming rather fast, guys. It's so weird. It's forming here a person, a warrior. I don't know if you can see the head and the body of the warrior right there. Like, you might become the warrior here. I see the god, like you're actually handing something over to the gods. There's a child coming, a new beginning, and sacrifice. Sacrifice doesn't have to be literally, guys. It can be giving up something lesser of a value for you in order to get something higher of a value. If you know the story of the Abraham, he was offering his child to the God, and God said, don't do that. Here, there's a sheep for you to sacrifice, okay? So if you want to do a blood sacrifice, that's why I feel it's not about the blood sacrifice. I feel like this is about giving up something lesser of a value in order to get what you desire. Even God wants a lesser of a value thing, not the highest value, okay? This, I feel like, can be even letting go of gossip, okay? Letting go of negative talk, negative thinking. When you let it go, you're building the warrior here too. This is yourself. You're building a stronger base for yourself, for your manifestations to come. We have a tears of joy, some good news. It was a little full. I feel like can be a material thing coming into your life as well. Now what we're going to look at is we're going to look at where you are and what's coming when it comes to romance, love, relationships overall. And also we're going to look at money, success, career, and the general life. This is you. You're the Empress. Why? I don't know why. 3 other signs got the Empress in the same position, meaning because the strawberry moon we're going to have on the 26th or the 29th is not a regular full moon. It's the full moon of watching your seeds grow. Usually full moon is about clearing the shadow, but this one is about watching your seeds grow. So that's why you are embodying also the Empress energy. So if you haven't planted any seeds, it's time to plant them right now. These are desires, wishes, these are goals, visions, whatever it is you have, time to plant them. And because they're going to come back around. We have 6 of Cups here when it comes to love. If you want to call someone, which was in the cup as well, it's time to get in touch with this person, because it seems like some things are starting to bubble up there, okay? A relationship from the past, maybe never happened, maybe you didn't even see that person as a relationship, someone that you feel nostalgic about, someone you had connection but it just actually fall apart. They might appear in your dreams, they might pop on your screen, maybe it's people you may know, kind of a thing on social. So follow that. It is to follow the lead, basically. Something is going to come out of it. We're going to pull clarification. We have Ace of Wands. You have a wand. There's another person with a wand coming to you. This is about money, guys. This is about success, career. This is about abundance and prosperity. You might have a bright idea that can bring a lot of windows or opportunities in the web of life that you might be forming here. Another thing with this, I feel some of you might actually participate in somebody else's passion that they're building, supporting their growth, okay? Bringing them order, helping them giving them leadership. When it comes to overall what's happening out, okay, this is actually looking a lot like Scorpio's reading, guys. If you have Scorpio, or if you're cross-watching for maybe a Leo, if you're a Scorpio, or if you have Scorpio in your chart, seems like everything is gonna go really good. Lovers here is like you are really coming together with a soulmate energy, basically, or like finding that heart's desire, healing through unity and communication. Some things are actually generally fixing, like getting better, okay? Your life is starting to heal. Empress comes with a dragon's lair. When you are focused on what you want to change, the shadow is going to appear for sure. Dragon's lair is a thing that you don't want to touch, a place that you don't want to go to. That's going to appear. It's going to be on your pathway, but this doesn't mean you're not going to ace it. You're going to go in there, you're going to complete the mission, and you're going to ace it. It seems like facing your fears and overcoming them. Love, we have slow and steady. So when this person comes in, do not rush into anything. If this is even a partnership or relationship, just take your time, guys. As a Leo fire, you probably get very intimate, very fast relationships can form, because you love life and you like to live the life. And so when you don't really like to miss any time, but it seems like here this time around, slow and steady is going to be the way to go here to form the friendship, partnership, romance. Ace of Wands, we have the moonlight. Moonlight is about the things you don't see right now. Is going to start speaking to you through intuition, your gut feeling. So if you're investing in something and if it doesn't feel good, if you have tiny bit of doubt, do not enter into it. But if you're feeling, okay, one step at a time, I can take this action, this activity, follow those little dots of intuitive guidance, okay? So intuition doesn't scream. Intuition just whispers. It requires a quiet mind and a calm heart. So that way you can hear the guidance of the moonlight. And it is basically telling you to pursue that little whispers, okay? We have the Lovers with Magic Stream. So life is getting better, basically. Life is getting better in a way that you're going to be in flow. And the flow means not feeling stuck, not feeling upset about how things are going. And whatever comes into your life that you're feeling that there's something good in it, so you pursue this, you keep pursuing it, okay? Overall, that's why it's going to take you to a good place as a Lover's card, so you know and you're following the magic stream. We have a Spider Spirit, we have a spider web right there. Make your dreams real. This means that Ace of Wands requires action, and the Moonlight, I told you, it requires like slow, tiny little steps into it with guidance, guided with the intuition, okay? It says like when you follow that, you're going to make your dreams come true. Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. I feel like this is about expressing yourself, okay, speaking to a crowd. It's not about jumping into unknown adventures with both feet. It's about being fearless and bold. It's about being authentic. When you're being authentic, be fearless. We have armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. Yes, that's another thing being fearless and bold, because when someone actually tries to force you to do something you don't want to do, you need to set the boundaries and you need to be fully who you are, okay? And don't back down from opposition that is trying to diminish you. We have the giraffe spirit, see the big picture. Giraffe, they're really tall, and that gives them an advantage to see the bigger picture. And this is basically suggesting you do that. You focus on the bigger picture and wider perspective, so things are going to work out eventually. This is your final message. We have the lovers and the love. This is a good one, guys. Love is the foundation of your existence, and you are just as worthy of receiving as you are giving love and compassion. While love can be a beautiful emotion, it is equally a form of energy that propels you through life. So what you can do if you don't have anyone to love in your life currently, you can actually practice self-love, which is a practice you need to keep practicing, repeating that daily, maybe even 3 times a day. That can really also be an eye-opening thing for you, okay? And like showing you the direction. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.